This is how you track objects inside your scene using the 3D camera tracker in After Effects. I'm going to import my clip, make a new composition, then I'm going to go up to Effect, Perspective, 3D camera tracker. Then it'll start analyzing your clip and you just wait for it to finish analyzing. Once it's finished analyzing, we'll see all these track points like this. I'm going to choose this segment here, right click, create solid in camera. If we scrub through, we'll see that it sticks. We're on full resolution. Enlarge the window, take a screenshot of our composition like this. And then we're going to head to ChatGPT. Told ChatGPT, can you generate a Mars base in the sandhills to the left of the astronauts? It must blend well with the scene in a science fiction rustic style. Please give me the PNG clean plate image so I can drag and drop it into the scene. Generate. Great, so it's given us this. We're just going to enlarge it and then save. Mars base. I'm going to import it to After Effects. And then what I'm going to do is actually zoom back into this solid. You can unlink the chain on the scale if you want to independently scale each axis like this. Then I'm going to also press R. The goal here is to rotate it so it's a clean plate of where we want our base to be in the frame. That's looking pretty cool to me. So I'm going to right click and go pre-compose, call it Mars base, click into it. We can get rid of the solid and then we can drag the base. Then when we go back to our composition, we now have this Mars base and we can adjust it, get it to something that looks like it matches the scene well. Go to the pen tool and we're just going to start to mask around it. Press F on my keyboard to feather it out. And it's okay if it's a bit hazy and not quite perfect because it's sort of a deserty scene till it's sort of lodged in the hills like this. Oh, that looks pretty cool. Now, if everything's done correctly, we should scrub through and look, it's now wedged in the hills, which looks pretty cool. It looks great as it is, and you can actually just leave it like this and move on. What I like to do though is blend it with the environment a tiny bit better. So I'm going to Command D, duplicate the comp, go up to the rectangle tool, fill, use the eyedropper on a distant element. I'm going to draw a rectangle over it. And then toggle the modes here and change the track matte to the top Mars base. Change the blending mode to multiply and then press T on the keyboard to bring up the opacity, 28% like this. Command X, go into the Mars base comp, Command V, and then just do the track matte again. Toggle the I to get the Mars base underneath, and there we go. As you see, the hills are a bit out of focus here, but our base is super sharp because it's a generated image. I'm going to go into the Mars base and apply a camera lens blur, increase the blur radius, and then cross-reference it with our main comp. Maybe a 3.5, 4's too heavy. Now in your scene, you might have a foreground element, like I have the astronaut's hand, and it overlaps with our effect. And because the effect is above it, his hand's slipping underneath. So to fix this, we're going to Command D, duplicate the layer. On this top one, go up to the Roto Brush tool, double click it, delete the camera tracker from it. We're going to reduce the clip to where his hand starts to overlap the region that we want. And then I'm just going to start to paint along his hand like this with the Roto Brush tool. Hold Option to reduce it. And you can change the brush diameter by going to Window, Brushes, and then you have a menu here where you can change everything that's needed. And then when I'm happy with my selection, I can just click Freeze and it should track his hand. Just drag the hand above. Now he passes over the base. We can also increase the feather a bit to 12. Reduce the contrast a bit so it's a bit softer and more blurred. Command Shift D to trim it. Zoom in, press T on my keyboard to bring up the opacity and just keyframe the opacity in and out. His rotoscoped hand fades in and out smoothly and we don't get any glitches or bobbles. Just scan through, make sure it's all smooth. I'm going to add a glow on that bottom Mars base layer. It's a bit crazy, so I'm going to turn down the threshold a bit, and then I'm going to change the glow colors to AB colors, and then we got more control about what color it is. So I'm going to actually pick where the light is hitting on the sand dune, sandy beige color, and then change the black as well to a closer color, in the foreground. Maybe you want your element a bit more popping, or you want it to be a bit more matte and blended in with the environment. And you can just toggle it on and off, see what it's doing. It looks like it's sort of baking in the sun. It's looking really good, the effect. But just for the sake of immersion, I'm going to go new adjustment layer and add turbulence displace. I'm not sure about the scientifics of Mars, but just for the sake of immersion and to sell the effect, we're going to add this sort of like desert ripple heat. I'm going to decrease the amount to about 14, decrease the size, so we get more of this like quick, intense ripple like that. And then I'm going to option click evolution and go time asterisk 1000. This sort of mirage look tends to happen in the distance. So we can leave it like this. But what I want to do is just go a step further and just go to the pen tool and draw a mask around those hills. And then window, tracker. And then when I select the mask, I can track along like this with position, scale, and rotation. So the mask should cover the whole pan of the camera. So I zoomed out and I redid the mask and then just analyze forward like this. And then I'm going to just also track backwards as well, because I drew the mask halfway into the scene, whereas you should probably draw it on frame 1 or the end frame. And I can just track backwards like this, and then it should follow it back round. Now, just to blend the mask better, I'm going to press F to bring up the feather. And again, just feather the edges. A lot of visual effects is just blending it nicely, and make sure that turbulence displace layer is under the astronauts. I also just found this dust overlay on YouTube and downloaded it. And then I'm also just going to put that below our astronaut rotoscopes, change the blend mode to screen. And then we're going to actually manually animate this one. So I'm going to press P, keyframe the position, move to the end, and then slide it just across like this. Press S on my keyboard, unlink it with the chain, and then just stretch it outwards so it's a bit more of a panorama, so it covers the whole pan like this. I'm just going to do a really rough mask. So I'm going to go to the pen tool, and then the width of the video of the smoke, I'm just going to draw super rough mask. We can also track this as well by selecting the mask track. And then press F on the keyboard and just really increase the feather. It's supposed to be a bit rough and bleedy. So like, look at that. To me, that looks really good. All I'm going to do is just add a tiny bit of color grading on it. So go new, adjustment layer, curves. Just add a bit of contrast just to help tie everything together a bit. Just to make it a bit more tangy. Raise those mids, just pull those shadows down a bit, ramp up those reds a bit. I'm going to go to, there's a bit of a green tinge to it, so I'm going to go to the greens, pull down the greens a bit, just so it's a bit more reddish. Look at that. So I'm going to add a glow on it. That's way too crazy. If you want it really psychedelic, you can, like the Dune books, you can do it like that. But I'm just going to turn down the threshold, turn up the radius a bit. There we go. This is looking very immersive now. I like it. It's just tiny tweaks just to help glue everything together. There we go. And then I'm going to try a chromatic aberration. See if we can change this. Oh, this is cool. So we go stereoscopic, fall off distance, decrease that, aberration, just turn all these values down. And it almost looks like we're filming on another planet. Just super soft, and a effect like this, you don't want to make the audience's eyes bleed. Just turning down if you want to go full Hollywood, you can add some black bars over the top. 2:35 ratio. This is the North American Hollywood standard. And there we go, got a pretty cool movie clip like this. That looks really cool. I really like that. I personally prefer this one without the black bars because it just looks more immersive, like an IMAX screen, but you can have them in if you want. And voila, hope you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel for visual effects on After Effects.